Hey guys, I'm Wayne. Welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about triplets, and today is all about fun. Definitely not one of the sessions that I would put in that category of eat your vegetables. This is far from that, and these videos are going to be really cool for me to put together because I'm going to get to show you exact footage of things that inspired me. I have a number of these in mind, kind of, filed away that I want to get to. There's just, it's so time consuming to put all this together, but totally worth it. I think they're really good examples of using the things that we have in the world as far as technology to be able to help learn. Like now we have YouTube. Back in the days, this would have been going on with me in the 80s, we had VCRs. Some of you younger kids won't even know what that is, but with kind of like this network of people that were into bluegrass along with myself, we would record live music. If there was going to be bluegrass on TV, we'd get a tape of it and then make copies for each other, or just check it out when we went to visit your buddy that had something like that. So it was a really, at that time, it was this real treasure, and it was a learning device. In those days, fortunately for me, a band called Newgrass Revival was really on television a lot. They ended up on a major record label on Capitol Records. But anyway, none of what I'm going to try to break all of this down later in this video and explain what's happening with triplets. And at the time that I was first learning this, it wasn't a mathematical equation or any kind of textbook understanding. I was just able to feel what was going on, and actually got a chance to see this particular video. Okay, so there, Sam Bush obviously playing, and is like, as soon as I heard that, it was one of those, man, I'm gonna learn how to do this. It was one of those moments. And so with that videotape and being able to watch it over and over, I could feel what he was playing. Again, not really understanding how it fit anywhere musically, but able to feel what he was doing. So I started to put triplets into solos, like Jerusalem Ridge. I remember taking that song at that particular tempo and being able to insert triplets in it, which that song at that point became a vehicle for me to learn this and to kind of help get it down. So as I developed more comfort, I incorporated those into the music that I was playing. And then later on, as I ended up as a professional musician, kind of had my own spin on it in the material that we were doing. Here, another recording that would have originally been on VCR. Here's an example of that, of a young version of myself playing some triplets. Okay, you can hear the exact same rhythmic thing happen in those triplets. And to try to break that down a little bit, if you were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, triplet, 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 triplet. You got 3 notes happening in each one of those counts if you were making an 8 count. So you begin to feel that. I just demonstrate it like E minor. If I was playing over that chord tone, triplet, 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 triplet. You you are going to have to, think about musically the scale that works with a particular chord. All those things are still going on, even though this is just done totally in the spirit of fun. In that particular part of the song, the chord progression is an A flat minor to an A major and then to B. That should feel fairly common to you. If you were playing B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A flat, it's a 6 minor, then to a flat 7, and back to B. So each one of those chords would get a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the B. Okay, so as I devised that break, this isn't improvised, this is something that I played the same way every time. Like I noticed that Sam did that in the reach break. You could always count on that particular part of the break being that set of triplets. So I basically copied that approach. So over those chords, I need to know an A flat minor scale. There it is. But that's more notes than I'm really able to fit in that amount of space musically. So to make the triplets happen, I'm just playing 3 notes at a time on each string. There's out of that A flat minor scale. Look how I repeated that line, if we wanted to look at it that way, on the D string. Repeat that. Then on to the A string, 3 notes there. At that point, the chord changes from the A flat minor to an A. So I continued the triplets and then landed on an A note. Chord progression. Back to the B. So for execution, I would isolate that part of the solo or whatever it is that you come up with to play triplets on, because I would recommend not trying to play Sam's break exactly the way he did or this one. What you really want to do is take these ingredients or these components that go together to make this happen and come up with a solo of your own that you feel really comfortable with, and something musically that triplets could kind of be played over. You wouldn't want to play triplets on Cabin Home on the Hill. I mean, you can as a learning device, again, to make those standards that we play as bluegrass players, they should become vehicles that we use to learn bigger picture things than just the particular melody that we're playing. But come up with something that works for you, with a band that you're in or a jam session that you go to, and you know a particular song is going to be played every week. Try to think about that chord progression and find a series of triplets that would fit one of those songs that you're really into. Maybe at a slower tempo, obviously, at first. Back to the end of that solo, we have just a B being played. It's technically not a B minor, but it's a dark kind of B. It's a guy working in a sawmill that can barely pay his bills. I mean, the whole story of the song is kind of dark, so it's fitting that we would not play happy sounding notes. And that whole last triplet phrase that's played is basically this B blues scale. That's a great version of a B blues scale. You can play it with 2 fingers. And of course, once we get to this note, that blues scale is right there, all of that in first position. That whole last burst, again, think triplet, triplet, triplet. I'm doing that within the context of this first position B blues. Triplet, 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 triplet. So again, don't walk away from this thinking like, okay, it was kind of a breakdown of lower on the hog, because it isn't about that. This is just an example of me being influenced by something that I really liked at the time that I heard it, and was really young. I was, I think, 23 when that video was made of 3TO. But at that time, for me, after hearing Sam play those triplets, it was an irresistible thing, and I knew that I was going to find something to do that with, because musically I enjoyed it. So not everything is supposed to be meat and potatoes and, you know, arpeggios, scales, modes, execution, technique. It's important to have fun with some of this too. Land and stretch out on some stuff like this that's just, again, the spirit of fun. I hope the video helps you guys. If it does, subscribe to the channel and come back often. If you need Skype sessions, you can email me. I've got that information in the description under the video.